Today is a pretty exciting day for sim racing. We get the beta release of Automobilista 2 from Reiza Studios. Now it gets full release towards the end of March, but if you're an early backer like I am, you can get it now for about £100, $120. What is the early backing campaign? Well, I'll show you here. So basically it enables you to pay, like I said, $120 to get the full game early, about a month early, plus the season pass. And as you can see here, this is the price on release, $50 for the game, $100 for DLC, $150, and you're paying $120 here. Now obviously there's going to be sales here and there, so in the end you're probably not really saving anything if you're prepared to wait, but you get it early and you get the expansion packs listed here down the line. So why am I excited? Why is everyone excited for AMS 2? Because AMS being old, it's still got its positives. It's still a great sim, and Reiza put out some great content. Obviously they've done cars for R Factor 2 and they're just top-notch quality. And Project Cars 2, for all its faults, has got some positives. In VR, it's a great overall package. It runs well, obviously the graphics are brilliant, and just the general UI, etc. Everything in VR works great. So putting the two together could be a match made in heaven. We'll have to wait and see. A few things I'm going to be looking for: shadows in Project Cars 2 in VR. I don't know about on flat screen, but in VR they can flicker a bit. That's a little annoying. Let's hope that's been sorted out. Anti-aliasing is known to not be brilliant, so let's see if that's improved at all. And other little things like live track. You've got live track 3.0. That's to do with, you know, the rain build up and stuff like that. AI in Project Cars 2 was never affected by puddles, which is stupid. In a wet race, waterlogged track, AI is flying through and it's slowing us down. I'm not sure if that's going to be improved or not. You'd hope it is, but it's live track 3.0. It's not 3.1, 3.2. It's still just live track 3.0. I don't know what that's about. So yeah, we're going to be looking at that. See how the VR goes. See if I can get motion working. There's no profile out obviously yet from Next Level Racing, but maybe I can use the Project Cars 2 profile. We'll see. I'm not going to worry about butt kicker for now. Yeah, that's about it. Let's just jump in and see how it goes. Right, we're just going to go out on track with the V10 Formula job at Donington GP. Right, first off, straight away, for some reason, in-game wheel is not matching my wheel. Now set to 900 degrees in SIMucube. It's calibrated to 900 in-game, but it's not like I'm turned to 90 degrees here, so maybe this is an issue we've got to sort out here somewhere. Oh, there is no. Is there any pit pop? Okay.
Okay, let's show what we're made of.
I can't seem to cycle HUD pages. I've got this little thing stuck in the bottom right of my HUD. I thought everything turned off. My cycle HUD button isn't actually doing anything at the moment. And no, the profile I'm trying to use for motion seat doesn't work. He's halfway through the wall. That looks quite painful. Okay, but the turning thing is a bit of a problem. Right, for some reason then it seems I've got to have... It's calibrated at 900 in game, but I've had to set SIMucube to like 300 for this to match up. Right, let's just go. Okay. First impressions. It's already awesome. Graphically, you can tell obviously it is the Madness engine. And I guess they've done their own changes. It feels like it looks better. How much of that is a placebo? It feels like there's less sort of shimmer. Looking in the distance, looking at edges, it feels like the game engine has come on a bit. I don't particularly like the crowd here. They're all so drab and dreary, look at them. I mean, fine, they're motionless, but very sort of sparse, and they're just like silhouettes. They look quite weird, like just bushes. Force feedback right off the bat. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. It does feel... It's certainly better than Project Cars 2 stock, I'd say. It feels more in line with having custom file like Christian Pure. Yeah, you can feel nicely. Feel the traction changes. Nice feel of road texture. And I like how it gets heavier. And lighter. That's nice. I'm no expert on force feedback, I just know what I like. And this feels pretty good to me at the starting gate. I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of things to say, but yeah, on track. I'm happy with this already. I tell you what, let's have a look at the car. Let's have a look at this car then. I mean, it looks beautiful in here. The wheel looks fantastic. Mirrors, so yeah, we've got real mirrors, of course. Sadly, no modelling of the car or driver. I mean, 2020, maybe it's just restriction of the Madness engine, but you know, it's a shame. You've got a set of Corsa still with Content Manager now, modelling your car, modelling your head as you move it around. It's a shame to miss out on things like that. That's quite cool and immersive. I'm all about immersion, of course. But yeah, details of the car. Now, Project Cars 2 doesn't model the whole car when you're outside of it. I'm assuming this will be the same. That's one thing, again, I like in a set of Corsa, to get out and use the camera to move around and, you know, like you're there looking close up at the car. Let's have a change view, camera view. Oh, that's nice. Detail on the helmet there. Oh, that's helmet cam. I mean, what helmet is this? I wear motorbike helmets, and okay, it might not be the same as what a racing driver wears, but I'm looking through a letterbox. I can't even see anything on the dash. Another thing we didn't get, I believe, in Project Cars 2 is in the rain, is in an open wheeler, getting rain on your visor. Be nice if that's now a thing. yeah, the car looks beautiful. Carbon fibre looks great. Let's get out. Let's not headbutt the microphone that's in front of my face. This isn't easy. This is not easy. Right. Let's have a look what we got here. Yeah, okay, same as before. They don't model the whole thing, which is fair enough. You know, it's a nice feature to be able to get out in a set of course and walk around, but if they want to save for performance, it's really not something you need. It's just a bit of a luxury, isn't it? I mean, getting out and looking around your car is really just a luxury. It's not something you need. So yeah, if it helps on performance, fair enough. But all in all, we're looking at Project Cars 2, basically. But what are we feeling? Pretty nice in here. The reflection looks a little weird. The reflection's uncomfortable on the bodywork there. I'll tell you why, because if I change between eyes, it's very different. It's not correct between eyes at all. It's just so different, it's quite unpleasant. Now we don't seem to have any tuning ability, so I assume I can't put rain tyres on. I've got slicks on, I assume. I mean, it does look great in the rain near the wet road there. Getting very little in the way of raindrops on the windscreen, and they're just running down, irrelevant of speed or direction. They're just running down the windscreen, as you can see. Which is a bit immersion braking, looks a bit silly. Everything's just running in one direction. But again, like Project Cars 2, otherwise the actual rain itself, the track, it's sort of misty above the track, looks great. If I stop, okay, interesting. If I stop, the rain is running up the window. You see that? The rain's running up. Very odd. You start moving and the rain's running down. It's always like they've got it backwards. So obviously on the side windows it should be left and right, and on the windscreen they need to flip it. That looks great there. Look at the dirty screen. I love the dirt on the screen here now. Is that better than Project Cars 2? Because I do remember thinking the windscreen always looked too clean. Although now it's light dependent, now I can't see anything. And yeah, you drive into the sun and yeah, it looks great. I'm not sure there's any cars I can really give much thoughts on. I don't know this car. Jesus. Yeah, okay, you can see the shadow. It's not the shadow flicker, but I can see shadow running away from you at times. Like some of the scenery shadow, the draw distance is really low. Have we got real-time reflections? No, I mean the reflections on road don't really match, unfortunately, the real world. Yeah, shadows on like buildings and stuff like that, sometimes you can see them running away from you. It's a shame, because I was hoping that would be gone from Project Cars 2. Some standing water there, can I hit it? I thought I'd have a storm by now. And also, odd to note here, we got this windscreen wiper line, you see? Now, we don't have working wipers at the moment. Also, it doesn't quite match up the end of the wiper. Wipers failed now. Could have a knackered rubber on the wiper, obviously. But yeah, this car, maybe all cars, no wipers, no lights at the moment. But this is what beta testing is for. Point out things like raindrops, if they are, well, I'm sure they are aware, how can you not be? It's very obvious, look at it. But as for actual driving, it does look good. Oh look, bigger puddle, come on, let's hit it. Whoa! System. Yeah, okay, so we can't, this is why we got no motion probably at the moment, no access to system, like external app. Likewise no triple screen, but lovely that straight out of the box virtual reality. There have been other sims where you've had to wait for that, but not here. Okay, it's nice how the wheel is hard to turn and stays where you put it when you're stopped. I'm sure Project Cars 2 by default didn't. It did when I added Christian Pure. But anyway, that's quite cool. This is going to be... Does it actually... Yeah, the fingers do move. Nothing I can do about HUD then, that's staying there. And HUD button definitely does nothing, and if we try it on keyboard as well, yeah, that does nothing. Any lights on this car? Wipers? Don't actually see any. And it was, yeah, there is a wiper, but no. Okay, let's get out. Never mind about speed limits. Whoa! I'm so far back from the windscreen in this stock car. It's pretty cool. Ah, like look, raindrops are moving in the right direction on this car here. And as I slow down, well, they're not running anywhere now, but that's not an issue. On the windscreen, they are running. God, it's hard to see. There's very little on the windscreen, to be honest with you. Size of that mirror. But as I start moving, they move in the right direction on the side window. I can't see any drops on the windscreen. I'm not. Yeah, I don't think there are any. Oh no, there are, and they are moving in the right direction. And if I stop, yeah, they run down. That's nice. I can see through the car to spray on the bottom right wheel. And look, let's make this clear. These aren't complaints. Well, I'll point out about rain and that. This is a beta. So that's perfectly fine to have stuff like this. This is what this is for. And we can feed it back. I mean, there's a month or so until release. Longer if they fancy, if they need it. And a lot can be done in that time. I mean, look at Boneworks. How much was done in 24 hours? So a month. Okay, so yeah, we have got proximity indicators on. Right, bit of reprojection going on, but well, hello. Well, that's fine. I got obs running, and I could lower some settings. That looks great in the distance, you know, the fields up there, the... lot of reprojection going on. But graphically, it looks good. I don't like the crowd, again. I think I'd rather just not have a crowd. Jesus! Here we go. I mean, it's running pretty good. Reprojection's on most of the time, but yeah, that is obs running. And what the hell? And I've got some settings higher than I might otherwise have, to be honest. Definitely driving cars I wouldn't usually. It's already awesome. Oh, hello. Still there. Whoa. Here comes the rain then. So we're all on slicks, I believe. Or are we? Is the AI? I mean, if the forecast said rain, and can they change? Because I can't. I'm taking that all wrong. Don't see any raindrops on the screen, on the window. I don't see any raindrops at all. Yeah, no raindrops on this car at all. In fact, I think there's some rain coming through the car, if I'm honest with you. Wrong colour reflection. The reflection looked good of the stands, but it was yellow, not green. Just thought I'd note that out. Yeah, there's definitely some raindrops apparently coming through the windows. I don't think this car has got windows. Oh, there's a chicane. I'm busy looking out the window. Was that lightning? Yeah, must be lightning. So we can't really try a night race because it seems no cars have got headlights. Yeah. So that puddle kills me, and they just drive straight through it. So I mean, on this straight, this. There's some concern. Can I access the... I can access this. Oh, that's not even remotely changed. Look at that. It's exactly the same. I mean, if it works, it works. See if it drives better now. This looks great. I mean, look at that out there, the view. And the view ahead. It does look fantastic. Looking forward to experiencing this at night. Here we go, here's a car. So, did that not worry him? I'm pretty sure AI is oblivious to puddles. They're just driving the normal racing line. Which makes wet weather only applicable for multiplayer. Or you just gotta even it out by lowering their level. And wet weather. What good is it if they don't get affected by puddles? Get out of the way. Seat position means I can't really see the rev counter very easily. Right, he's another issue. The animation is gear changing on the left, the gear stick is on the right. Weird behaviour here. It gets, the steering behaves a little weird. It's like it suddenly just goes like turning, then boom. Whoa, okay, look where my legs are. No, my leg is over there. Okay. This car drives this car's horrible. Look. This car is horrible. there's something fundamentally broken with the steering, I think, of this car. It feels like the wheel's turning, and then suddenly jumps to like a 90-degree turn. Oh god, performance, whee! Performance there, terrible, terrible, oh. Look at that. It's utter death touching us. Let's just skim the side here, see what happens. God. Brake just glow there. It utter slowdown on touching a barrier. Go on, let's touch it here. What is that about? Yeah, no lights then. And apparently AI doesn't have lights either. Not only that, mind you, they're not. The actual lights, the road lights, they don't actually seem to be emitting light, if that makes sense. They're just a glowing dot. They're not outputting any light. It's not lighting up anything around them. Like these road lamps, those ones should at least be lighting up the road. That's what they're for in real life. So it shouldn't be this dark in here. It shouldn't be this dark without headlights. This track is pitch black, yet there's street lighting. Is that something that will be adjusted? Okay, so look, I've just been playing on 100% super sampling without OBS running, and yes, it basically is the same performance as Project Cars 2. It runs fine with the full grid. Bit of reprojection here and there, but there is an issue. Okay, so yeah, I've got AI still pretty low here, I think like 90. Aggression lower than default. Here we are at Red Bull Ring. Watch what happens. Watch what happens here. Every time, every time. Look. Look. What's going on? I mean, what's he doing? Got to go right round the outside just to avoid getting killed. Every time. Every time. Oh, look at that poor guy. Oh, he's in a world of trouble. Okay, so I've played it for a few hours there. And yeah, visually, it's essentially Project Cars 2. No surprise there. I did do a little comparison afterwards, and for example, Imola does look a lot better in AMS2. you can see scenery further into the distance, where in Project Cars 2 it's blocked by a hill, for example, and further away distance does look nice. So you know, that's nice to see, and I hope all tracks have been redesigned and improved. I guess they've optimised the engine and whatnot so they can make these enhancements. There are little niggles here and there, but that's fine. You know, it's a beta. Things are going to be improved. Little bits and bobs with raindrops going the wrong way, raindrops not hitting some windows. But overall, you know, it looks promising because the car, well, except the Mitsubishi, something was really up with that. But the other cars did feel good, with just raw force feedback. And we know Reiza put out some quality content, so there's a lot to look forward to. Slight concern about the water, the standing water. It did seem cars were slowing down, but maybe that was just the AI settings I had on. But you never saw a car get yanked by the water. You know, when you hit the water, it pulls you, and you do what you can, but it's still going to move your car. Their cars always seem to go straight through massive amounts of standing water. Maybe that's just something that can't be changed with is it to do with Live Track 3.0 or just the Madness engine? I don't know, but I expect that's maybe something we won't see improved upon. But all the little niggles here and there, obviously lights, wipers and stuff like that, that's all obviously going to be improved. Car selection, set up in the pits and whatnot, and HUD, these are all just little things to be fixed. And yeah, I might periodically try it out here and there and see what gets done after every hotfix, but really it's probably a case of, for the most part, just leaving it and waiting for the full release. Not a lot else to say. Performance wise, it ran, yeah, pretty much like Project Cars 2, as you expect, with 100% super sampling in the settings I had, medium to high, and without OBS running, yeah, it's running fine. On a full grid you might get the odd bit of reprojection, but once you spread out a little bit, or any hot lapping session you do, for me it ran great. Yeah, I've got 2080 Ti, but even my 1080 Ti, Project Cars 2 for the most part run great. So yeah, things to look forward to. All these little bits and bobs will be sorted out. We'll get motion added, I'm sure, sooner, hopefully rather than later, when the system option is open up to us. Yeah, so I remain optimistic. Nothing really to complain about. As I say, it's a beta, you can't complain. It's not the release of the game. There we go. Alright, I'll catch you later.